Hello everyone, welcome to the HTML and CSS Bootcamp. Today is lecture 4 and in this lecture we will discuss forms as well as inline and block elements. First let's create a new file and name it index.html. And open this file in a browser so we can see the changes in real time. After that, type the basic code, write exclamation doc type and then press enter. It will give us the basic code of HTML. Now change the title to forms because that's what we are learning today. Now in the body section we will use the form tag. Inside the form tag we will write the action we want the form to perform. There are two types of form, get and post. What is the difference between them? The difference is get sends a simple request to the server, while post is used when we are sending data like user input. We will start with the post. First, let's give a heading, form to apply for bootcamp. Save it and check it in the Chrome. Inside the form section, we will use a div tag to group elements. Inside the div, we will use a label and input tag. In the label tag, we will write username because we are creating a label for the user. So enter your username is required. Let's see how the label tag works. Refresh the browser. And now you can see enter your username displayed as a label. Next, we want users to actually input their data. For that, we will write an input tag. Set the type to text because we need a username in text format. Add name is equal to username and we will write a placeholder as enter your username. Add autofocus and close the tag. Save it and refresh the browser. Now you can see an input field is created and the placeholder is also there. The user can enter their name in it. We have created a block using the input tag and the label tag creates the label. Now we will see creating a gender selection button. Now let's create another div tag for gender selection. So male users can select male and female users can select female. Inside this div we will use radio buttons. Write an input tag again, but this time set the type to radio. Set the ID to male, name is equal to gender, and value is equal to male. Create a label tag for male and close it. Write male, make sure the M is lowercase to match the value. Save and refresh. Now you can see a radio button for male is created. Using the same method, let's create one for female. Copy the label and input tag, paste it and change male to female. Save and refresh. Now there's another radio button for female. Now we will see adding a comment field and drop down menu. Next I will create another div with a label saying enter your comments. Now let's create a drop down menu using the select tag. Right select and give it name is equal to fruits. Inside it use the option tag and write apple as the value. Copy and paste it twice. Then change the other options to banana and peach. Save and refresh the page. Now you can see a drop down menu, also called a selection menu, on your form. These are the basic things we learned in form tags: labels, input fields, radio buttons and drop downs. Now we will look into inline versus block elements. Let's talk about inline and block elements. Add a heading inline and block elements. To explain it further, let's create a new file named style.css and link it to our HTML file. First, let's give a background color to the h1 tag. Save it and check. Now you can see all headings have the background color applied. Here's the difference. Block elements take up the full width of the page even if they don't need it. In other side, inline elements only take as much width as their content requires. To explain it further, write a div tag with the word welcome inside it. In style.css, select the div and give it a background color. Save it and check. Now you can see how much width the div a block element is taking. Notice that Apple and username don't have a background color because they are inline elements, and inline elements do not stretch to take up width like block elements do. Now let's see the span tag. Span tag with welcome inside it. In style.css, select the span and give it a background color. Save and check. You will see that the color only highlights the text itself. This is because the span tag is an inline element and it only takes as much width as its content, unlike block elements. So wrapping up today's lecture, we covered how to create forms, labels, input fields, radio buttons,